If there's one car that defines timeless beauty in automotive history, it's the Jaguar E-Type. And today, we're diving deep into the 1971 Jaguar E-Type, a British icon that Enzo Ferrari himself once called the most beautiful car ever made. In this long review, we'll explore every detail of this white classic, its elegant exterior, vintage yet charming interior, what it's like to drive, and whether it's worth its steep $2025 price tag. So, buckle up and let's step into a slice of motoring history. Looking at the 1971 Jaguar E-Type in white is like staring at a piece of moving art. The long, sleek bonnet stretches almost endlessly forward, with those signature glass-covered headlights giving it a predatory, feline stance. The curves are seductive, almost sculptural, flowing from front to rear without a single harsh angle. Chrome accents run along the bumpers and window frames, catching the light just right, especially on a sunny day. This particular model, the Series 3, introduced a few updates, most noticeably the larger front grille and flared wheel arches. The 15-inch wire spoke wheels glint in the sun and complete the E-Type's romantic, jet-age aesthetic. It's low, wide, and impossibly elegant. Park one anywhere, and it draws a crowd, every single time. Inside, the E-Type is a beautiful clash of British luxury and motorsport minimalism. Open the door, and you're greeted by thin, almost fragile-feeling wooden steering, classic toggle switches, and analog dials set into a leather-wrapped dashboard. This cabin isn't overloaded with features, no screens, no climate control, no lane assist, and that's exactly the point. It's a pure, analog experience. The black leather bucket seats hug you tight, reminding you that while this may be a grand tourer, it was built with performance in mind. Visibility is surprisingly good thanks to that long curved windshield and slim roof pillars. The white paint outside makes the cockpit feel even more airy, even if space is tight for taller drivers. But the authenticity here? Off the charts. Now, let's talk about what makes this car more than just a pretty face. Under that sculpted hood lies a 5.3-liter V12 engine, introduced for the Series 3. Back in its day, it made around 272 horsepower and a deep, unmistakable growl that still makes your hair stand up. The E-Type isn't blisteringly fast by 2025 standards, but it's about how it drives. It has rear-wheel drive, a 4-speed manual gearbox, and no traction control, so you're doing everything yourself. And that's what makes it exhilarating. 0 to 60 happens in just under 7 seconds, but it's not the number that matters, it's the mechanical connection you feel with every input. The steering is weighty and direct, the ride is supple thanks to independent rear suspension, and that V12, it sings. There's a rawness, a soul to this car that modern machines just can't replicate. It was built before the age of computers, and you feel it in the best way. Here's where things get serious. If you're looking to buy a well-maintained 1971 Jaguar E-Type today, especially one in pristine white with the V12, prices in 2025 are hovering anywhere between $120,000 to $200,000, depending on originality, restoration quality, and provenance. A concours-level example? That could stretch above $250,000. This isn't just a car anymore, it's a rolling investment, a museum-worthy piece of the golden age of motoring. But here's the kicker, it's also still drivable, still thrilling, and still absolutely gorgeous. For collectors and passionate drivers alike, it's hard to beat the emotional return on investment. So, is the 1971 Jaguar E-Type worth it in 2025? If you're after raw performance or cutting-edge tech, probably not. But if you want a driving experience drenched in elegance, heritage, and soul, then few cars even come close. In white, this car is a moving sculpture, one that commands respect, admiration, and maybe even a little envy. Thanks for watching this in-depth review. If you enjoyed this dive into automotive history, make sure to like, subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Would you daily a classic like this? Or is it better off preserved in a private garage? Let's talk. Until next time, drive safe, and drive something that makes your heart race.